Generally, I look to improve in the games I play. Along with me are many others that try to do the same thing. It's pretty common to look up guides or watch videos of other people playing or providing tips. However, it's less common for people to record their own gameplay and analyze it. In this series, we take a look at 1 or 2 longer fights per video and analyze our mistakes. And maybe this way we can learn together. There's much to take into consideration when you get in a fight in Tarkov, and you can't always make the right decision. But sometimes you can find that you make the same mistake over and over again without being aware of it. I'm Corax. We stream over on twitch.tv/last_Corax. Feel free to stop by. It's always nice meeting new people. Let me know if you like this content in the comments below, and consider leaving a like. Now let's take a look at this mess. Oh! Ooh, I fucked up my nade. Oh no.
Where you at? Where you at? Where are you?
In green stairs. Nope. Immediately starts off bad, right? We're trying to throw a nade through that little window in the door. You can do that on the stairwells in labs. I don't think you have any other doors you can do that with on labs. I'm trying to throw this nade through the window. A guy peeks me though, because we were chasing this guy. We either heard him push the button or we heard him shoot or whatever. We knew someone was there, so I tried to throw the nade to get him to move. Well, that backfired because he peeked me. He started to shoot, and I panicked a little bit. So that's when I aimed up the stairs while I was in my animation of throwing that nade. The nade hit me, though it did not kill me. So we got pretty lucky with that, because I couldn't move down because he probably would have killed me. So yeah, it starts off really bad.
Coming right behind you.
Okay,
You hit him. You want me to go to blue stairs?
oh,
You want to go to blue stairs?
he's on my left.
He's on your left. I'm running.
Hit him.
Where to crossfire? Where to crossfire?
Okay, so that little segment actually had quite some things going on. Firstly, I aim way too low with my crosshair. Something I'm working on. Actually, a viewer is helping me with spamming emotes in the chat whenever my my aim is horrible. But we don't aim at head level. We typically aim around thorax arms level, and there are certain situations in Tarkov where that definitely can be a big difference. Because where I peeked him when I was crouching, he moved into my line of sight. I hit him, but I think we hit the thorax or the arms, so we don't kill him. If that was head level, we maybe tapped him in the head and he would have been dead. Then we wouldn't have this prolonged fight. Other than that, I tried again to throw the nade through the window. It actually worked this time. And we heard him move to the left. Like, the nade was in front of the door, so I knew he couldn't really hold an angle on the window. So that's when I felt comfortable to push down, open the door. A lot of times I'd bring in 4 nades, but don't really use them that often. There's a lot of times where I die like with 4 or 3 nades. You don't need to get a kill when you use your nades. You can use them to push corners, get people moving. You know, just use them as a tool in combat. I'm definitely also working on that to just do that more often, but that's why we decided to push down. So that helped me a little bit. Also, I'm not really communicating with my teammate, and I kind of forgot where he was at this point. Like, I knew he took blue stairs, but that's everything we got. And I heard him say something about crossfire, so that's when I push into the stairwell, trying to reset, you know, so I get a better grasp on where he is, and I also could use like a little bit of healing. Back in green stairs.
Just hold him there. I'm creeping behind him.
Enemy frag!
Oh. Getting pushed by a fucking raider. Me too, you might. A bit.
Alright, watched.
Reloading. Oh, you would. M7. Heal earlier.
M7. That's me. That's me.
No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm in green stairs. Now, this is the problem, right? Communication is so important, especially in Tarkov when you play with other people. Because, like, you don't have any indicator on who your teammate is, right? You just have their body, what they're wearing, and a lot of times you don't really pay attention to that. Now, I did not communicate with my buddy that I went into the green stairwell after the raider pushed me. And the enemy and I are both on metal, so it's really hard for someone outside, especially if my teammate came from all the way down the the blue stairwell. It's really hard to tell, like, which footsteps are who, and maybe he didn't even know I was on metal as well. And there he says, well, I'm on the stairs, that's me, that's me. So they're basically locking eyes, and he did not know that was the enemy. If he knew, when I told him I'm in green stairwell, then maybe he would have a shot already, and maybe killed him as well. Wherever you see, I'm still in green stairs. Did you just see him? Like, were you guys watching each other or what?
Yep.
Second raider.
I see your red laser.
Oh.
That's not you.
That
But that is you.
This is me.
Grenade.
Fuck that up. What? Okay, right there. We're being careful with pushing in front of the door because our mate is behind us, you know, and he might have a sight. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire. Those nades, that just comes down to practice, and that I failed him. I'm trying to throw a nade in there so he moves, or I maybe get a chance to push up. But both nades failed, although I don't really have an idea how that last nade landed where it did. Oh my god. Dude, I had so many nades here. Jesus, that the nades, dude? Yeah, I know.
Right here, so.
Forward a bit. I told my buddy I was running up and trying to get behind him. Although I did tell him, like, at the moment where it really matters, where we get behind the other guy, I don't give enough information. Take a look.
Is that you?
Oh, I'm behind him.
Who's shooting?
We both were.
Where is he?
I'm dead. In the back of the hallway. Now, Aaron, as I said, just not enough communication. My partner is trying to ask me these questions, but I'm giving very, very small answers that don't really give him a lot. And I had in my mind, like, I'm flanking him. I'm expecting my buddy to push up as well so we can pinch him. But I did not tell him what I was doing, where I was exactly, and where the enemy was. He might still think that the enemy was more towards him in that metal hallway, and then pushing for him becomes difficult because, like, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen. If I told him that this guy was more towards my side and I'm, like, at the back of that hallway, he could have pushed up. Aside from that, I take a really bad push because we are left peeking that hallway and it's a very tight corner. And he has a right peek. For people that aren't familiar with it yet, like, your gun is on the right side. So when I right peek, I expose less of my body, but get a good visual. If I peek on the left side, I have to expose way more of my body to get the same visual I get on the right side. Now, we weren't really peeking like that, you know, we were just kind of strafing, but the same thing goes. Like, he will get a better visual of me earlier than I get a visual on him. It works exactly the same. And that in combination with the desync, you know, it's servers being what they are really in Tarkov. that's just not a good push, not at all. So that was a really bad mistake on my part. And then the most important thing was here just the communication, because if I told my buddy what was going on, what I was doing, what I was expecting from him, or what I wanted from him, where the enemy was, we could have made a better play. I need to be more patient, and we could have applied pressure from both sides, and the enemy is more likely to make a mistake that way. So what I would say, what I learned from this one is that I need to communicate better. I mean, I definitely had games where I communicated better, but just communication is really important when you're playing with friends. You can use grenades just to create pressure, to push up. You know, you don't need to kill with nades. Absolutely not. You can just use them as a tool in combat to better your position. And then my crosshair placement, this probably is going to come back in a lot of videos because it's just not great. If you enjoy this type of content, consider liking the video, helps me out a lot, and give me your insights on that fight in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.